Hello, hello, hello. So I want to show you guys some easy ways to draw a body. So as always, we want to start with the head, then the upper body. This is our waist to our hips, and then our legs. And I'm just going to do a very simple standing person. So those come together for the crotch, then come down, and we actually have the feet flat. We have our arms, and those are, again, we can do lines first if we would like to. Maybe that's one hand on hip, maybe straight down. So I can use my triangles again to come on down, my triangles for here, come on down, and then I can add in my hand. So that's a basic standing shape. You can then have a little bit more fun. So maybe we do the head, the upper body, and we want the arms and legs to do something. Maybe I want this leg to come out and cross behind, and this leg kind of comes straight down. Maybe I want my arm to come up and over, and maybe this one up and over a little bit too. So notice how I started with my shapes, and then I added my lines. Now I can go back in, and I can also add a little bit of that muscle to my actual, again, that foot would be coming down that direction. This foot would be coming out straight, coming up to the elbow, narrow at the wrist, and then the hand. Shoulders wider, narrow at the elbow, bigger again for the forearm, and then the actual hand. And if you want to get very special, you can have your person, you have their chest to their belly, then their booty coming on back, and then you can even have a leg straight down, and let's say a leg coming out and down. So then we can have the thigh come this direction and down, and the foot coming out. So look at how I can draw from the side also. I can have this leg coming down to here, and maybe this foot is on a toe. And then arm-wise, maybe I have, because this will be our shoulders, arm coming down and out, and maybe this one is gonna kind of fall flat. So that means I have my shoulder here, then my elbow down and my hand, and this one would be to elbow, hand, or forearm, and then hand. So now I can actually start to make these look like real people. So I can add my neck, my shoulders, smooth those out, have it come in. So we're following these shapes down as we get closer to defining our people. Again, we have our hand. You don't have to do anything special with the hands. We're gonna bring it in and back out. Gentlemen tend to have less of an hourglass and sometimes bigger thighs, depending, coming on down. We get a little bit bigger for the calf and onto our feet. Again, so we can start to see the definition in the body. We can even define our face shape, add our ears, figure out where our features will go, and then we can start adding our other stuff. Same with here. We can start by connecting the neck to the shoulders, coming on up. You can decide, remember, your shapes are just a guide to how you want these bodies to be. Maybe they aren't narrow. Maybe somebody has like a beer belly, the belly button. I mean, we don't know. So we bring the legs coming out, that belly would be down a little bit further. Coming up, we can bring that knee in. We have our calf muscle to our heel, to our toes. Again, coming on down here, we want to give it a little bit more too. Coming out for that calf and back down for those toes. And then we'll get this arm so it's not all by itself, looking a little wonky and crazy. Again, you can change how you want their jawline to look. So a flat jaw like this tends to be a little bit more masculine, where a rounded jaw tends to be a little bit more feminine. And from our side view, Again, it's going to be a little bit harder. Here we're going to have our shoulder coming on down, coming out to that forearm and that hand on that thigh. We can add in our back and our booty, going into that leg in the front to the knee, calf we can actually see from the side, and then coming on down to that, wow, crazy looking foot. And then again, we can add in that other leg, the calf a little bit more because we're seeing the side of it. If it is a female, sometimes she might be a little bit more defined. And then we can add in our arms and hands. Now, because you're going this direction, that means you're also going to have to see a nose and a chin jawline and an ear. So you want to decide how you actually want your person to look. Now, this is not a perfect method, but it's a great way to get started on how to design or define a body. And then once you have your body shape, you can start adding clothing to it. I would draw a lot lighter than I did. I drew this dark so that you'd be able to see it. But remember, break it down to shapes and then contour the body. So what does the outside shape of that body look like? I look forward to seeing your designs. Thank you, guys.